Welcome to Bansal Classes Magam. Dear students, today we are going to discuss about an important topic about the carbon and its compounds, that is homologous series. Let us see homologous series. Let us explain it by taking an example of hydrocarbons. Students, you know that hydrocarbons are the compounds of carbon and hydrogen only. These hydrocarbons can be classified into saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbons. As you know, saturated hydrocarbons are those hydrocarbons in which carbon and carbon atoms are linked by only single covalent bonds. In saturated hydrocarbons, we write the first compound, that is methane, with molecular formula CH4, and the second compound ethane with molecular formula C2H6, and the third compound propane with molecular formula C3H8, and so on. As saturated hydrocarbons, these are also called as alkenes. They are represented by a general formula CnH2n plus 2. If we look into this group, first compound is methane, followed by ethane, and then followed by propane. Methane is represented by the general formula CH4, and ethane is represented by general formula C2H6. All these compounds have similar chemical properties. All these compounds are separated by a difference of CH2 group. All these compounds have a molecular mass difference of 14 units. That means they form a group. That group is called a series, and that series is called as homologous series. That means homologous series is a group of organic compounds which have similar structures and similar chemical properties, in which successive compounds differ by CH2 group. That we can write the definition of homologous series. It's a group of organic compounds having similar structures and similar chemical properties, in which compounds differ by a CH2 group. The different members, like in alkenes, the different members of homologous series are called homologous. Different members are called homologous. Let us take an example. Like in alkenes, alkenes are represented by general formula CnH2n plus 2. In alkenes, methane is the first compound with molecular formula CH4. If we see the difference between the methane and ethane, there increases one carbon and two hydrogen atoms. That means there is a difference of CH2 group. And the methane and ethane is separated by and is differed by a molecular mass of 14 units, like this. If we take methane, CH4, molecular atomic mass of carbon is 12, plus atomic mass of hydrogen is 1. That means it becomes 16 units. If we take ethane with molecular formula C2H6. Molecular mass of 2 carbon atoms, that means 2 into 12, plus molecular atomic mass of 6 hydrogen atoms, 1 into 6. It becomes 24 plus 6, that is equal to 30. If we deduct say 14 from 30, it be 13 from 60, sorry, 16 from 30, it becomes 14 units. That is, there is a difference of molecular mass between two compounds of a series, that is 14 units. This homologous series has certain characteristics, like all the members of a homologous series are represented by the same general formula, like alkane CnH2n plus 2, or we can say alkene CnH2n. That means all members are represented by the same general formula. Adjacent homologues differ by SCH2 group. That means there is a difference of 1 carbon and 2 hydrogen atoms between the two adjacent homologues. And the third character is difference of molecular masses between two compounds at 14 units. And the fourth character is all members of a series have similar chemical properties. And the expected questions that are asked in the board examinations are: what is homologous series? Write down its characteristics. What is homologous series? Explain it with an example. That is all for today's lecture. Have a nice day. Goodbye.